Hi friends, Kylie with Peony and Pine Collective. I wanted to touch base with you guys this morning. I had a little bit of my spidey senses going off, and I want to share that with you in order to help either have your spidey senses in tuned or protect your business, protect yourself, protect your inventory. So, if you are new here, again, my name is Kylie. I am a 4-year high volume liquidation seller on Whatnot that had 3 channels. One was a premier shop and then 2 baby channels. And beginning of 2026, I have turned curated thrifter and I'm completely out of liquidation now. So, Whatnot has been my home for the last 4 years, and now it is my vacation piece that I use once in a while. So I wanted to break it down here a quick second and give you some of my spidey senses that happened over the weekend. I just posted a video and a huge, hey, don't forget, gentle reminder, make sure you're loading up your Whatnot bins, because on Saturday I ended up with 4 orders out of my Whatnot shop. Very exciting. I was like, heck yeah, what the heck is going on? I'm super excited, whatever it might be. I have over 1,100 items in my shop. And why that's so high is because when we were in liquidation, if we got in multiples of an item, it was not always feasible to run those on auction. So I started a system called flash sale shows. We loaded up the shop. We had flash sale shows where we just got to hang out versus just running the auction of the item. That methodology is a little bit of another story that we can always go down to, and where I was on in that mindset. But I want to bring this to your attention because we had at probably 800 items in our shop at any given time that we would either you could buy outside of the shop or buy on the flash sale shows. So where I'm going with this is I had 4 orders on Saturday and I was super pumped, super excited. And then Sunday morning came around, I woke up to 2 new orders, and then I had 3 additional orders come through that day. Something about it kind of set my spidey senses off. I said to my husband, he goes, "What is going on with Whatnot?" And I'm like, "I have no idea. I don't know." I said, "I know Whatnot is pushing really, really hard their static selling right now." I'm like, "But I have never had this many orders out of my Whatnot shop." I said, "So something just feels off." And he looks at me and he goes, "Because you're selling stuff?" And I go, "No, because I know the platform. Something just feels weird." So I sat down and I started going through each of the screen names, usernames, and out of the 5 I got on Sunday, 3 of them, their accounts are no longer active, where it says whatever violation, community guideline violation. So I was like, that's kind of weird. So also the other thing that I noticed is they're all from New Jersey or Pennsylvania. Weird. Okay. So the other thing that I noticed, so accounts aren't active, whether they're banned or they're deleted. They're all from the same kind of area, and they're all around $25. So I had 3 for $25, 1 for $18, and 1 for $22. Now, I'm not saying I don't have good stuff. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is something just didn't feel right. So what I did is I reached out to Whatnot this morning and I said, "Hey, couple of things." And why my gut kind of feels a different way too is, if you guys don't remember, about 3 months ago, our account got suspended for selling fraudulent items. This was a super, super weird situation that we don't sell fraudulent items. We don't sell, whatever, any of that. So I sell Target, Walmart, Amazon, previously, and those items are still in my shop and purchasable. So I was like, what the heck? So anyway, when that happened, number one, my relationship with Whatnot completely changed. My outlook on Whatnot, the support I was given, which was like none, and the way the whole situation was handled. So my relationship, again, that was my main income. So I was not happy. I was not happy. So when that happened, um, we were shut down without notice. We received no communication from Whatnot for 5 days, and I emailed twice a day. It was terrible. I'm like, I don't sell fraudulent items. Here is everything that I sell. The item that they had in question, I sent everything from the big box store website, how I received it, my receipts to the person I used to purchase the items. Like, it was a big deal. So I was tagged as scammer, right? Like, I don't, we ain't doing that. You ain't gonna put egg on my face. That is not happening. So when that happened, my whole outlook on Whatnot changed. I said, I will never have one basket. I will never count on one platform for anything. So when these started happening on Sunday, I'm like, something just doesn't feel right. So what I did today is I emailed Whatnot and I said, hey, can you check into these accounts and make sure that they are legit and I am good to send the packages? I already sent these packages on Saturday. I am feeling a type of way about these packages today. So I said, here's why I'm concerned. I went over my 3 points. Number one, these are all brand new accounts, which is fine, because if somebody finds me on Google and they don't have a Whatnot account, they would have to create one. So that is okay. Number one, they're all new customers and new accounts to me. Number two, they're all right around $25. And number three, they're all from New Jersey, Pennsylvania. So something doesn't feel right. If you know me, I am a retired HR director of 15 years. So sleuthing, digging into stuff, that's kind of my jam, okay? No, I didn't go and Google their addresses. I'm not doing all of that. So I said, I don't want to. Here's why I'm concerned, Whatnot. Can I ship the inventory? Do I get paid? Like, we need to look into this, because what I don't want to have happen is I ship these orders out. I get bad reviews. They report me to Whatnot for whatever reason, and then I'm banned again. I just don't know. I just don't know. I said, to me, it feels like this is kind of scammy, and it feels like potentially like a credit card scam situation going on. I said, so if I cancel the orders, I don't want that to negatively affect my standings with Whatnot. So what protection do I have as a seller for you to double check this? So I was actually very impressed with their response. They said, we appreciate you bringing this to our attention. We absolutely agree with how you're handling this. We recommend that you don't ship anything right now until you can provide us all of this information, which is order numbers, that sort of thing, their screen names, which I did in the original email, but sometimes you got to deal with bots and work through that. So I'm going to now compose an email to them that provides all the order numbers, all the addresses, all the usernames that they can check into. And then that way I know that I, as a seller, am protected should I ship these out. I have it in writing from Whatnot that they agreed that I can ship these out. So if anything gets retaliated against in the future, I have that documentation. Again, that's the HR in me. But you have to protect yourself, your business, and your inventory. Pay attention. Does this feel fuzzy to you? Or is that just my spidey senses going off and I shouldn't even worry about it? Would you just ship it and go and not pay attention and catch it later, not your problem? Or would you question the situation? I kind of need to know.